I was trying to go live on Instagram, and then Instagram was being retarded, and so I'm going live on here. I don't think anyone wants to see me play guitar, so I'm gonna not show that. Although in one of those early cuts of the unable to upload thing will not, you know, load. See, I'm not expecting anyone to be here because my channel's dead, but if anyone is here, then hi. I'm gonna be talking about things. So it'll be fun. It'll hopefully be fun. Hi. Hello. I have a video in the works right now. Not sure if anyone will enjoy it, maybe like it a lot, but it's something that I've been wanting to make a video about for a long time. So I hope that you go. Whoa, we have an influx of people coming in. Hi. Hello, everyone. Yeah, hope you guys are having a great day or night, a great time in general, enjoying life. It's kind of hard to enjoy life during these troubled times, or hard times, as Willie and Patrick were doing fine. It's been a while since I've been on this channel. I posted something in our community like a month ago, and I went live on June 25th, but that's about it. Haven't been making videos. Again, like I said, I have a new video coming soon, especially with the direction I'm going to take my channel in the future. So it's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. We're going to do a thing. Hopefully it'll work out well. But yeah, I'm just here to talk with y'all, and maybe we can get some things done. I don't know what I'm doing. This is it. This is this. Yeah, it's again, like I said, it's been a while. Unable to upload the thumbnail. Hey, hi. The loading screen. I love that. I love that emoji. It's kind of, YouTube has emojis, which is weird. I use the loading one all the time, but all the other ones are just like generic versions of the regular emojis, and it's like I never use them. It's like TikTok has those emojis too. It's really weird. But it's a thing. Yeah. Three viewers. We have 4 likes, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm up for discussion about anything at all. It's just I've been. How is it weird? They're emojis. Well, yeah, but here's the thing with them. They look kind of weird. They look kind of different than the other emojis. I don't know why they have their own set of emojis. But for people on phones, which I guess most people use the phones, why would you need like a different set of emojis downgraded and like less good? Like I guess they're more complex, which I guess some people would say is better, but I can never. I never use them. The only one I use is the YouTube logo and the spinny loading thing. That's the only ones I use. All the other ones I just don't care about at all. This is weird. I'm talking about emojis. See, this is what my life has come to. I've been getting into a lot of new music though, and the book, which I don't know if you guys can see the book. It's right there. Streaming Minecraft, because we tried getting into stream Minecraft. Me and him didn't really work out, but yeah, he's one of my best friends. Nicholas, don't try to pick under my bed. So there's another pick lost. You're clearly an emoji philosopher. Why does it keep on saying unable to upload thumbnail? For like a full year was the laughing emoji, and not even the sideways one. It was just like the regular one with the 2 tears on the side, and that's the one I always use. But then now it's like the shrug emoji or whatever it is. Not this one, but it's the one where it's like he's looking down and it has like the tear coming out of his mouth. He's like. SM Nick knows what I'm talking about. He uses that emoji all the time too. Yeah, that one. The one that Felicity just put in the chat. That's the one that I used to use all the time. And I don't know. I can't. It's hard to explain. It's like the disappointed face, the one where it's looking down, and you have like the tear thing, or I don't know. It's really dumb, man. I mean, for some reason, I just started using it a lot, and I think. Random thing to say about the American Scheme called Janet Jackson a bad singer. So basically I said actually she's a good singer, like wow. And he said if you think Janet's a good singer, then disproves. Well, Janet's a good singer. I wouldn't say she's like an amazing singer. She's definitely not like, yeah, that one. The one that SNX just put in the chat. That's the one that I always use. But see, the thing with Janet, well, first of all, I've been wanting to get into Janet's music. I think, well, first of all, it would help me get into a lot more pop music and this kind of that style of music a whole lot more. And also she's Michael's sister, so I mean that this adds on to it too. But I've been meaning to get into her stuff for a long time. But as a vocalist, I think pretty good. She's not like a standout vocalist in terms of vocals, but she's not terrible at all. I mean, she's talented and a great vocalist, great dancer and musician and star, whatever you want to call it. My hair is really bad today. This is a bad day to be going live, because usually it looks really good, but today it looks really bad, because usually y'all are used to seeing me like this. It's me, but I haven't been wearing the fedora a lot lately. Janet is a queen. You must not talk bad about her because she's a queen. Yes, and she is. And I guess it's kind of I guess some people probably just Lambo call him dies on stream. I think most people just kind of overlook her because it's Michael's sister. But I think she's really her own unique artist. I think that you don't have to be a fan of Michael to appreciate her work, and you don't have to, know the whole background to appreciate her as an artist. Her stuff's great as far as I've heard. I've heard quite a few songs. I haven't heard the full album, but I think if it were to hear an album, it would be Rhythm Nation, because that's like her biggest one. I think that'd be the best one to start with. Either that or her self-titled. Not her self-titled, the one where it's just her first name. Whatever, I don't know anything about the music, but it'd be cool to get into it. Michael and Janet are the most famous of all these. Yeah, and they are. And yeah, that makes sense. I guess, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird how that worked out, didn't it? Janet was just kind of on the offside, like on different specials and whatnot. She was just kind of there during the Jacksons and Jackson 5 stuff. But she came out with her own stuff in like the early 80s and early 90s. And with I think, wasn't Control like her big breakthrough album? And that was like one of the first New Jack Swing influenced albums. It was really cool. It's really cool to see. The quality all of a sudden upgraded. See, that's weird. That's weird. I would usually expect someone to say the quality downgraded, but the quality upgraded. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. 89 Rhythm Nation kind of got her up. Yeah, and was Control. I think Control wasn't in the early 90s. It was like in 87 or 88. I think is when Control was, because I think the self-titled the Janet was in 91 or 90, but yeah, I'm following in Michael's footsteps. Yeah, exactly, and I think she did her family well, especially during Michael's trials and stuff and the allegations in the 90s. It kind of sucked. People kind of just didn't like Michael during that period. It was a bad period for him, but it was really cool to see her kind of, help him out, and with the voice that she had, especially at that time, it was really cool. But yeah, I think she's a really great artist. I think she's a really respectable artist, and I think I should definitely check some of her stuff out, definitely. And this is kind of random to say it, well, because her album came out in 91, but I think it was 91. But I've always said that the 1991 is just the best year for music. And I know there's a lot of good years in music, like 1967, or there's another one that's on the tip of my tongue. 1975, I think, is another good one. But there's a lot of years that I think have... In 1987, that's another one that's really big. But I think that 1991 is just... That's why she got so much hate, because she's probably his biggest supporter during the trials, yeah. And I guess some of her fans were kind of iffy on that. Like, should we support her because Michael may be a pedo? Even though he isn't, and we all know he isn't. But I guess people were kind of iffy on that. But with the voice that she had, I love that she did that. Fun fact about Lambo calling me absolutely despises Smashing Pumpkins. You guys should protest to get the music from the radio. Is a question line. No, it's a meme. No, Smashing Pumpkins are probably my favorite band. Probably my favorite band. And it's kind of weird how that just kind of comes in randomly. But I haven't talked about them a lot. But they're probably my favorite band. Thing is, people used to be hating on Paris Jackson because she wants to sing like her father. And I was asking why hate. Well, see, people like that, like... People like Paris who say I was making a meme. It's a meme. I don't want anyone to think that I hate Smashing Pumpkins. I posted about them on my community about a month ago. I love Smashing Pumpkins. My favorite band. Most importantly, Janet was one of the only ones who tried hard to help Michael for his addictions. Yeah, she was really prominent in Michael's life. She was great. But I think the thing with Paris Jackson is that, yeah, she's talented. But people were going to come to her stuff just because she's Michael's daughter, because not for everything she does, but just for music in general. People were gonna see, oh, she's Michael Jackson's daughter, we should probably check her music out. And it kind of sucks for anybody who's trying to start something on their own, but their parents are famous or they have famous relatives and people are going to only come to them because they're fans of that, you know? And it really does suck. I can definitely see something like that with John Lennon's children. John Lennon's kids, Julian and Sean, where I think both of them have delved into music before in the past. And I guess people only come to them for a John because they're John's children. It kind of sucks because, you know, they're doing their own things and they kind of want to be separate from John and the Beatles and all of that, which is something that I can respect. And it does kind of suck for people. She's her own person. She's an actor, model, and more her own person. Yeah, and it's exactly that's what I've been saying. They're their own people. Julian and Sean, Toni Cornell, daughter of Soundgarden singer Chris Cornell, and yeah, Paris of course, and Prince as well. They do great stuff and they're their own people and they do their own projects. But it kind of sucks that people most know them for being the Toni Cornell, the daughter of Chris Cornell, Sean and Julian, the sons of one of the most famous songwriters of all time. Lynn McCall most relates Linkin Park. Expect some Linkin Park videos too. I'm gonna make some more videos about Linkin Park. But yeah, it sucks that they can't really escape from that, and they can't really do their own art without someone bringing it up. One thing that I heard someone talk about, people always commenting about Michael. Are you excited for the news Prince release? Are you talking about Sign the Times Deluxe? If you are, then yes. I am very, very excited for the 1987 Sign the Times reissue, remix, deluxe edition. I have both Prince deluxe editions, Purple Rain and 1999, so I am definitely hoping to get the box set, the CD box set. It's the biggest one, yeah, it has like 9 discs. 7 are CDs and I think 2 are DVDs. Really excited for it. 100%. Sign the Times is a great album. Has some of my favorite Prince songs on it, like Adore and Adore and I Can Never Take the Place of Your Man, Play in the Sunshine, Housequake, all those. Love them. So I'm really excited for that. Hey Lynn, hello. Hi. But like I said, I'm really excited for the Prince reissue. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't think you can. Lynn McComb's gonna shred his mom's credit card. Yeah, because Linkin Park released Hybrid 320th, which I don't know if we'll be able to get because it's already selling out fast. Freaking Smashing Pumpkins is announcing something on the 28th, and it's easy. I'm 100% certain it's gonna be either Machine reissue or a new album. But if it's a new album, which Jimmy was talking about how it might be a new album, if it is, then I'm probably gonna buy that. Sign the Times reissue, and a lot of. I think there's one more thing. If anything with Let It Be comes out, I'm gonna get that. It's like no one lets them out of their father's shadow because they've been through so much. Yeah, exactly. And that's with, again, like I said, it's with any celebrity's offspring or children that want to do something. It's always related back to them. I have an idea. Let's all party like it's 1999. Yes. Follow his advice. Party like it's 1999. Try to get the new Linkin Park stuff. It was so hard to get with all the shipping costs. Yeah, and it's also expensive, but here's the thing. It's better than the freaking This Is It box, because the This Is It box had like 2 LPs, a ticket, a book, and the light-up box. Which I guess the light-up box is why it was so expensive. But with this Linkin Park box, it's only $200. Oh, I'm saying only in comparison to the freaking $600 This Is It box. It's only $250. It has like 6 CDs and like a bunch of books and cool stuff. There's a lot of stuff in there. Oh, also Plastic Ono Band 50. Plastic Ono Band 50. There's a new book coming out and hopefully a new box set. And if that comes out, that's the first thing I'm getting. Remember that period when George was so pissed that the only thing synonymous with him was the Beatles instead of his solo stuff? And he really didn't anything to do with the Beatles at all. Yeah, and George, I think, other than Ringo, I think, you know, George, I guess most of the stuff after All Things Must Pass was kind of overlooked. And I don't, because John with Imagine and Paul with Ram and Wings, they kind of overshadowed George and Ringo. And I think George had a lot of underrated stuff that I think, I've heard like the first few songs of All Things Must, I sound like such a fake fan. I've heard Dark Horse, and I've heard half of Cloud 9, and like half of All Things Must Pass. But it's really underrated, and he definitely needs more attention. I'm trying to read all these comments. Sadly, no new MJ releases, yeah. That kind of sucks. I was hoping for something this year because History 25. We got some merch and that's it. So I mean, This Is It box was crap. Yeah, since all my saving on it, I didn't get it. there's a lot of new stuff in 2019. I wanted to get more than that. Nectar by Joji comes out in exactly 1 month, gamers. Yes, September 25th, new Joji album. I'm really hyped for that. I don't know if you guys like Joji, but I'm a big fan of Joji. And I'm really excited for his new album because the singles have been really good. Hey, 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 hey. Responses to questions about new MJ stuff with the MJ website, yeah. It's really laughable. It really is how they handle things. The MJ state doesn't really care about them. They never did. It's all about money for them. In the 80s, everyone likes to hit on John Branca, but in the 80s, he cared about Michael. He was really influential to Michael, and he was really respectable. He did a lot of great things for Michael. But now, he's a dirtbag, and he's just not a reputable advisor person for his estate. I don't know how to say that. They're so greedy, it's freaking hilarious. Yeah, they don't care about Michael, and they don't care about the fans either. It's kind of a thing. They're like the biggest estate in the world, and they still don't care at all about the fans, what the fans want, or Michael at all. Which, I wish the Michael estate was like the Prince estate. I'm not saying that the Prince estate should sound like the Michael estate, but I wish that they both were kind of in one and the same with their releases, because the Prince estate is always giving fans what they want. They re-released One Night Alone and the Rainbow Children recently, the deluxe reissues, not deluxe reissues, but it's like legacy reissues, and they re-released those, and now we have Sign of the Times Deluxe, which everyone was hyping for, wondering what the new reissues were going to be. I wish that they were like Prince's estate. Prince had a bigger catalog of music than Michael. It's not saying that Michael didn't have a big catalog either, but I'm just saying that Prince had a bigger catalog, and so they can do more stuff. And I think people really exploded when Paris came out to consider herself black, and like people need to calm down. Like if her father told us that maybe yeah, and I guess I understand. I personally don't believe that Paris is biologically Michael's. I don't think Prince is either. But if she wants to identify herself as black because of her father, 100%, go for it. It's not something that I would ever hate anyone about. Sorry to have advertised, but watch my This Is It family. Everyone go watch 1998 EME's This Is It concert. Go watch it. Music stay crazy about the legacy of the band, and alone the legacy and impact of Lennon McCartney. Couldn't have said it better. Someone said the band MJ so we can go underground and trade. Lane McCullum memes. Hello, Nick. Shut up, Nicholas Dorn. Yes, Sam. But yeah, I wish the Michael estate was like the Prince estate. Wish that they would do, you know, some cool stuff and just be a better estate, you know. It kind of sucks because we don't get a lot of new stuff. Last new thing we got was, I guess the This Is It box, but I guess if you want to count major stuff, Scream. Prince estate, yeah, the Prince estate is probably the most amazing estate I've ever seen. They keep his legacy alive. They care about him. The people that run it are reputable, and they keep his legacy alive. They're always releasing new stuff. They please the fans, and it pays off in the end. And they're keeping his legacy alive. They're literally gods. Yeah, they are. They're amazing. They really are. And they put so much effort into the things that they do. They do a lot more than they should with each release. It's really crazy. Friends buying 51 unreleased songs from Michael. If it's Michael, then that's crazy. I realized that I've been coming back to more of Michael's unreleased stuff more than I have his like studio albums, which I guess is, you know, kind of weird, but I've always come back to that stuff. I love how some MG fans get mad at the Prince estate, though. Well, I mean, because there's always a big rivalry going on between Michael and Prince. I guess from a musical standpoint and musician standpoint, Prince was the superior artist. And I don't like saying that, but it's just a fact. When it comes to perfectionism, they're kind of even. Vocal is probably Michael. But I'd say they're both great artists, and you shouldn't really compare them because they're both completely different and both unique in their own ways. And I guess I can kind of understand why people hate because, you know, the rivalries. But I think that they're just jealous because the Prince estate does more. I think it's not entirely impossible for Paris to be a biological child of the same, but I respect your opinion. Yeah, I personally think that Prince and Paris aren't his children. I've been listening to so much more unreleased stuff. Yeah, stuff like If You Don't Love Me, On Your Name, On the Line, People Over the World, Lisa, It's Your Birthday, Space Dance, I Don't Loser, We Be Ballin', Disney Gloucestershire, She Got It, all those. Been coming back to a lot of the unreleased stuff. MJ say jokes, they completely put Prince estates down. Yeah, they say like they're the #1, and they're saying how they're like up on top, like they're DJ Khaled. And it's like, no. Sure you are, but you don't have to state it and just say that you're the biggest estate in the world. Like, come on. Just because you're the biggest doesn't mean you put out the best quality stuff and you put the most effort into your projects. Sure, people buy it 'cause it's Michael, but yeah. And then when the Prince say actually cares, yeah. From Michael, it's 111, but he shortened it. He said Prince and Mike did a song together. I don't think they did. There were plans for a Michael and Prince song, but I don't think it ever came to fruition. Paris looks exactly like Debbie Rowe and nothing like Michael. Yeah, so does Prince. I'm listening to the Bad 25 stuff. Yeah, the stuff like Free, Price of Fame. I'm So Blues are my top 10 favorite Michael songs. It's one of my favorites. MD Estate really be out here acting like they're the big boys in the estate world. And they are in terms of sales, but in terms of projects and effort, they're like at the very bottom. Imagine not modding the man who helped with Dusty Piece. Oh, I don't have you modded. Oh, I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna add you as a mod. I'm sorry about that. So I don't think you were on my live whenever I modded you. You know what? I'll go ahead and add Ember too. Add mod. Alright, you guys are both mods. Shut up, Nicholas, so you deserve this power that. Fuck you, SM Nick Productions. Oh my god. This is great stuff. But this is a really fun live stream. I'm actually thoroughly enjoying this. Yeah, I might go downstairs to get... Hey, you still have Discord? I do still have Discord. I don't remember my number, but I can give it to you later. On Instagram, you can DM me and I will give you the number. I have the power now. No swearing, it's illegal. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, bitch, pussy. There you go. Fucking I've hardly ever been able to go to your live stream. This is great. And see, it doesn't matter if you come or not. I mean, okay, that sounded really dickish. But don't feel bad if you're not able to make them. I'll leave them up and you guys can watch them. That's cool. But yeah, it's... Again, like I said, I haven't gone live on YouTube in a long time. I haven't been on this account in a long time. So it's really cool to have one of these sit-down live streams. Haven't had one of these in a while. It's been like, again, the last one I did was on June 25th. You're wondering where Dangerous 25 is. Where's the damn, I'm more worried about History 25. I don't think they're going to do Dangerous 25. I think Dangerous 25 is a meme at this point. It's always been. Online Celebration was all we got, and I don't think they're going to do it this late. But History 25, I think, is a possibility. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's a possibility. More plausible than Dangerous 25. Is American Scheme going on? I don't pay attention to American Scheme anymore. I really don't. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't pay any attention to him at all. American Scheme's channel is dead. I don't pay attention to him anymore. I don't care about him anymore. I don't think most people care about him anymore. No one. I don't care. American Scheme, yeah, he's dead. And I don't care about his channel. I try not to get involved with drama at all, but, you know, it's kind of been me drifting into other communities, and American Scheme would throw back the memories we had with that guy. Yes, not very good ones. A lot of them were just us memeing him, but, yeah, there's a lot of really bad memories involved with American Scheme. Again, like I said, I don't care about him anymore. I don't come back to him. I don't check his channel. I'm just saying, we were going to release new stuff, but COVID-19, even though we can just put a mask on and get the freaking album done 6 feet apart in our studios or whatever, but no, we can't. And we have to resort to giving petty excuses to our fans. And comparing him to cartoons, yeah, he's so cute. Who? Me? Or Michael? It sounded really cringe, I'm sorry. American Scheme, Nicholas Stoller! Oh my god, the memes are at the top, man. Sorry I just went to subject, but what do you think about Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr.? Are you talking about the new rematch? I mean, I like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out as a game. I don't follow boxing, but I mean, it's... Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm having a boost in confidence ever since my new hair, my haircut lately. American Scheme, freaking COVID, man. You have a t-shirt with Rubber Soul. That also means George with a turnip top. Yeah, George looks like a turnip on the Rubber Soul cover. If you want to message me or something, all right. I think I have you on Discord, so I'll try to message you soon. People have home studios. They can just remix. Yeah, they can just remix the album at home. Maybe not the unreleased stuff. The unreleased stuff would be kind of tricky because they have to be there in the vault. But American Scheme looks like a deformed child. Yeah, turnip top George. Yep. Lynn McCollum's beaten Mike Tyson Punch-Out over 20 times. Yes, including Mike Tyson. I don't know about 20 times, but I definitely over 10 times I've beaten Mike Tyson on Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Miss COVID really showed up just as my friends and I got tickets to Hella Mega Tour. Jealous! Jealous! All my favorite bands were going on tour in 2019. I mean 2020. Pearl Jam! Pearl Jam! My second favorite band of all time. Pearl Jam. We're going on tour for Gigaton, and that got canceled. Hella Mega Tour, Green Day. We're going on tour with Weezer, and Fall Out Boy, and the Interrupters, and I wanted to get tickets, but no. They're coming to Pittsburgh, too. It's annoying. And I'm pretty sure Pearl Jam is coming to Pittsburgh, too. No remixes, please. I would actually be fine with remixes. As long as they're good. If there's something like the Speed Demon remix by Nero from Bad 25, heck yeah, go for it. 4 more days to Michael's birthday at least. Yeah, the 29th. Great stuff. Yeah, actually really excited for that. I think he's turning 62, I think, this year. Or 61, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, 62. He'll be turning 62. I was going to see Hella Mega Tour with my friends, too. Yeah, that would have been probably one of my favorite. It would be my first concert, first of all, because I've never been to a concert. Wished I could go, but Pearl Jam, freaking... And I don't know if the Pumpkins would have toured, but if the Pumpkins would have toured, which would have been a possibility because they're announcing new stuff, maybe next year, hopefully. Nicholas Stoller has friends? We can't even go anymore, I'm so annoyed. Yeah, I'm assuming you are. That's a big concert. Oh, I accidentally clicked some. SMX, you can't even drive. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Oh, okay, that's probably the old account that I have added. You're 12. I can drive a bike, okay? I was so ready to see King for a Day live. Longview is what I wanted to see live. I would love to see Longview live. Queen were on tour this year too, but now the last leg of Rhapsody is a whole year's wait. That sucks. I heard they were going strong with Adam Levine. Not Adam Levine, freaking Adam Lambert. I sounded like a cringe lord. I'm sorry. Adam Lambert. First concert was Big Time Rush. I've never been to a concert, so I'm jealous of all of y'all. But yeah, it would be cool to have like Green Day or Pearl Jam. That's my first concert. I'd love to see Pearl Jam live. That would be the coolest thing ever. I love Pearl Jam. Such a good band. 10 is one of the best debut albums of all time, and I will stand by that. 10 is an amazing album. Essential listening. If you have not heard that album, you need to listen to it because it is great and one of my favorite albums of all time. Capo review. Emperor cares. Here's my capo. It's an Ernie Ball capo. It's pretty good. It's really easy to slip back onto your guitar. You just like push this and set down and put that on. It's a really easy capo to put on. And it's really good, really efficient, pretty cheap. It was like 15 bucks. Really good. I recommend it. American Scheme is the fat version of Justin Bieber with a bald head. That's why I wear a cap. Is there any reason why I have I Love to Tour in the back of my head? That's my Snap name on Snapchat. When I started my Snapchat about a year ago, I entitled it I Love to Tour 1958. And that's just stuck ever since. Same thing. Amber, same thing. Yeah. Lucky to see him 6 months in the last third leg of the tour before the run. Yeah, it's cool that they got to do that before. Loving your new music. Oh, thank you. I haven't been making music in a long time. I've been unsatisfied with a lot of the mixing. Because I've not been satisfied with it, and I want to wait until I can get some good stuff to record it with. But glad you're enjoying the new stuff. Glad you are. I greatly appreciate that. If you want, I can bust up the guitar if you guys want. Probably no one probably wants to see that, but I can try. I can at least try to suggest it. Yeah, this is really fun. I love doing this. I really do. I miss the old Smooth Criminal live streams where I would just like go live and I would talk with y'all. It's really fun, and it really is. I love doing this. Yes. But yeah, I love this. I have to move on. I hate that so much. Try making music for a while. I can't imagine how you do it. Cosplay's always been music. People who do cosplay are cool. They really are. They're really awesome. But yeah, music is. See, the thing is, I haven't written songs in a long time. I'm more focused right now on getting better at my instrument and getting better at my vocals because I've not been satisfied with most of my recorded songs. The mixing's always been inconsistent with each one, and each one has not met my standards. So, I mean, I haven't recorded music in a while, and everything I've attempted to has sounded like crap. Do you like Michael Chapson? No. Hate Michael Chapson. Hate him. I hate him so much. See, I tried getting into him, and I really tried to, try to, get into his stuff, but he's just a jerk, and he's really annoying, and I hate him. Tell me, Fantastic? Oh my god. Okay, so Fantastic was a song me and my friend made under a moniker called The Air Conditioners, and it was all pre-recorded loops. We didn't record any of it. The only thing we recorded was the vocals. Everything, because this is before we knew how to play any instruments. Oh, I should probably charge my phone. Sorry about that. So yeah, it was all the music in that song is pre-recorded loops because that was one of the first songs me and my friend ever made, and we didn't know how to play any instruments, so we just took a bunch of guitar loops and put some vocals on our effects on our vocals, and just recorded that. It's still really fun to look back at those air conditioner songs. To please let me hate ECAST. I hate him. I hate ECAST too. But yeah, I hate freaking Michael Trapson. Never liked him ever. Hi Lane, what's up? But yeah, I hate Michael Trapson. And see that what really sealed the deal for me was first of all the drama he was posting on Instagram, and two, when he made freaking video this I'm Caleb. Oh, you're Caleb. What's up? But yeah, what really sealed the deal for me is when he started trashing on the Beatles. He's like, who got the #1 album of all time? Michael Jackson. I'm like, oh, okay. Sales. Well, first of all, sales don't bring quality to the music. But second of all, everyone just likes to put Michael on this huge pedestal, like he's above every single artist ever, and it's just not the case. But everyone likes to say that, and he's above a lot of artists. But come on, you can't put him on a pedestal and say he's the greatest artist of all time. Lately, I've been missing my old channel so much. Like, I really miss making MJ videos, even though I'm busy as frick with Twitter and Insta and such. Glow King, I hate him so much. I hate Michael Trapson so much. But yeah, I haven't really missed making. Well, here's the thing. The videos I've been making lately, I've not been proud of, and I don't think a lot of people enjoyed them because they got little views, and overall, they're just kind of the same rehashed formula over and over again. Not been proud of them. Not really a lot of the stuff I was making videos on, I really wanted to make videos on. And I said, not the Beatles, you say bad things like that, but the Beatles, you've committed the crime. Yeah, and I guess a lot of people say the Beatles are overrated, which for, I guess, the early stuff is agreeable. But for their later stuff, no, not at all. They were innovators, pioneers, and one of the greatest bands of all time. So I would say the greatest band of all time. So you really can't go wrong with them. But yeah, I haven't been proud of the videos I've been making. Those videos I made before my big break, stuff like the Bad 25 box set review and the MJ fan book review. Hated all those videos. Those were videos I recorded in like one take. Hated all of it. So I released something new I've been doing with the Thomas Sands Freedom and Green Day. See, and there's the thing. I've been more involved in listening to music, playing guitar, and getting into a ton of new fandoms, and not really enjoying the content I've been making on this account, which is why I'm trying to, kind of change my, videos and demographics a bit. Not saying that I won't still go live and I'll talk with you guys about Michael and everything, but I do want to kind of change up the content a bit because it's been kind of going stale. The thumbnails look bad, and everything overall is just not up to my quality standards I've been trying to set myself up with for a while now. So yes, I'm not proud of the content. And if you guys would like to stick around for future stuff, if I decide to do anything different with this channel, then that'll be much appreciated. I love each and every one of you. Lennon McCartney. I'm not into the Beatles that much, but I want to respect them. Yeah. Even if you don't like their music, you have to at least respect what they did for the music in industry and this music in general. They changed the world. They really did. Did I tell you about this? Oh, I heard about the scandals with Panic. I don't listen to them a lot. I like 2 of their albums. I'm not a huge fan. I do have some of their t-shirts and an album of theirs, but I'm not a huge fan. But Brandon Urie is an amazing vocalist, but I really don't believe the new scandals. I don't believe the new allegations. And that's not to say that I haven't looked into it, because I did. And it's just BS to me. It really is. It's not. I don't believe it at all. See, it's not credible. I just don't believe it. But that's just my 2 cents. Disrespecting the Beatles is basically illegal. If you don't like their music or not, you have to at least respect them for what they did. Lane, your hair's starting to look like mine, for fuck's sake. I mean, it kind of is. It's mostly because right now, I haven't gotten it trimmed in a long time, so it's supposed to look like this. But it's not stuck out on the sides, and it's really flat. And so it's not that good, but that's just, it'll get better once I trim it. What's his name? Ringo! Whether it's true or not, Brendan and Sebastian doesn't really want to be independent anymore. I was never really into them anyway. I mean, I really like Too Weird to Live, Too Red to Die, and If Fever You Can't Sweat Out, and that stuff. But yeah. Have you listened to the recent MJ leaks? I didn't hear there was one. I'm usually up to date on that. I'm always up on the new MJ leaks, but I haven't heard the new ones. So I should probably get up on that. Because I've been to a lot of new stuff lately because a lot of new stuff is happening with Smashing Pumpkins, and I've been really excited to see what new stuff they're going to put out because they're announcing something on the 28th, and there's a lot of cryptic advertising on their website I'm really excited about, and I've been really into that, and I've started Instagram stuff for them, so really, really, really into them, and I'm really excited to see what they put out. So I haven't been into that lately, the unreleased Michael stuff, although I've still been into Michael and I've listened to his music quite a bit more than usual than I have before, but I haven't gotten into the leak stuff lately. I haven't been into it lately. So I should definitely hear that. I think that'd be really cool to hear, and then I should definitely get back into that. I think that I really should hear it. Yeah. Where's the 1001 album shit? It's right here. I haven't listened to the albums in order in a while. I've taken a break because it's exhausting. But I'm gonna start once school starts. I think it'll keep me on track and more in schedule because what I'm gonna try to do is listen to an album, like 1 or 2 albums a day during school. Not during school, but like during the days like after school. I've heard Throwing Your Life Away and the Speed Demon demo. I haven't heard the Someone Put Your Hand at Them though. Okay, so I've heard most of that. I love that book. That you have a copy of it? Yo, that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, I was really excited when I got this book because I'm a music nerd in general and I like all things music, not just Michael. So it's really cool to see some artists I like in here, alongside a lot of other artists that I've heard of and some artists I've not heard of. There's Radiohead right there. You guys like Radiohead? I like Radiohead. Radiohead's cool. Yeah. OK Computer is really good. Obviously, everyone's probably heard of that album. It's one of the best albums of all time. You guys should definitely hear it. And you should also hear, well, their debut album, Pablo Honey, is more grungy, which is why I like it a lot, but their later stuff is a lot experimental and really cool. So you guys should definitely hear it. But Pablo Honey, I like Pablo Honey, even though it's not that great, just because it's grungy, and I like grunge music a lot. But, yeah, But The Bends is a really good album, too. Fake Plastic Trees is a great song. But, they're a great band. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last year. In 2019, I think. They were inducted. They were one of the latest inductees when I went. So you guys should definitely check them out. They're great. Halloween will not be canceled in 2020. Frick the Constitution. It's pretty cool to got it secondhand, but I have it. Yeah, I bought mine brand new. It's the 2018 edition. Hybrid Theory. See, Hybrid Theory was in this book. And the earlier editions, and then they took it out. Which I don't know why, but they did. Fake Plastic Tree is like Plastic on the Band or something. No, it does kind of give me that vibe, but no, it's a song from The Bends by Radiohead. At least I'm sure it's on there. Either I'm retarded or it's on there. I have to check the book because most of the albums. Yeah, Fake Plastic Trees is on here. All right, I was correct. I love the album cover for that too. It's really weird. I never asked you what you thought about Father of All. I used to low-key hate, but it's growing on me. Although I was a teenager. See, I was a teenager. I hate most of the album. I have it on CD because I'm a Green Day completionist. And I'm a completionist for like every artist I like, so I have to get all their albums. I have to know Stray. But I like a lot of the songs. I like Father of All and Fire Ready Aim. Meet Me on the Roof. I was a teenager. And Sugar Youth. And Take the Money and Crawl. And Graffiti. Okay, I like most of this album. But as an overall album, I don't come back to it at all. The only songs I hate Oh Yeah. Oh Yeah is the worst Green Day song. Either that, Fuck Time, or Junkies on the High are the worst Green Day songs. I hate those songs so much. But I think Oh Yeah is my least favorite Fuck Time is my least favorite Green Day song. But Oh Yeah is probably my second or third least favorite. Hate that song. Hate that song. Kill it. Get rid of it. Hate it. The album is not that good. I like the songs individually. As an album, it doesn't flow very good, and it's really short, and it's really bad. But, really underwhelming album. We should all make a Zooming for all the Smooth Criminal fans. That'd be pretty cool. It's a really good idea. I think when the album turns 25, Linkin Park will be inducted into the Rock and Roll. Yeah. I hope they do. They definitely deserve it. They're one of the biggest bands ever. Hybrid Theory is one of the biggest selling albums of all time. They should definitely be in there. I think if I were to have my dream, like some bands I'd like to be put in there. Well, obviously Alice in Chains and Soundgarden. I don't know if Stone Temple Pilots are in there, but put them in there. Smashing Pumpkins, Linkin Park, My Chemical Romance. They gotta be in there. And I know everyone's gonna call me emo, but let's be real here. They're really influential, even if you're just not talking about the whole scene they created. But their music itself is really intricate and really good, so I think they should definitely be in there. All the other bands though around them, screw that. They don't deserve to be in there. All these emo bands, no, get rid of them. They don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame because they're really bad. But My Chemical Romance is an exception because their music is actually really intricate and really unique. So yeah. What was Billy thinking? I mean, yeah, it's cool that he did a change in sound. They changed sounds in most of their albums, but yeah, Chester won't be there this year. Yeah, Kurt wasn't there this year. Nirvana get inducted, so that was kind of depressing. MCA will definitely be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, except for the fact that their first album is only 18. Yeah, but I think once Bullets hits 25, I think they'll be in there. Let It Be in Abbey Road, slightly emo. Bruh, you put Abbey Road and Let It Be as emo. No. I mean, I don't get that at all. See, the whole emo thing is just like, no. I mean, I guess, well, first of all, most of the bands that are called emo aren't emo. My Chemical Romance is not an emo band. They're not an emo band. It's really weird. I don't get it. I guess it's because of their appearance and how they looked, or on like 3 Cheers era. But still, they're not an emo band. They have emo tinges in their music, but they're not an emo band at all. It's just, yeah. I was surprised that the Black Parade wasn't in this book. Like, I really was. Even though you kind of have to like get rid of stuff. It might have been in one of the earlier editions, but really surprised it wasn't in here. It was a really big album. American Idiot and Dookie are in here. That's pretty cool. Yeah. They get called emo because they talk about sensitive topics. Yeah, and the way that they looked. But you see, their music is like it's really just its own thing. They're like their own thing. They're probably one of the best bands of the 2000s, just in terms of their music. During quarantine, I fell in love with the album Warning. Castaway and Jackass are like my 2 favorite songs on Warning. They are so good. Castaway is in my top 10 or 15 favorite Green Day songs, and Jackass is probably one of my favorites on Warning. Beatles, in fact, are opposite than emo, yeah. I stream Geometry Dash every once in a while. I haven't played Geometry Dash in a long time. It's taking me way back, since like a year ago. But yeah, Castaway is it's a really fun song. Yeah. See, I don't know why I always gravitated towards Jack. See, Hold On, I didn't care for that much. It's probably one of the only Green Day songs I don't like that much. But Jackass is really underrated. In fact, I would go as far as to say that that's probably the most underrated Green Day song. Either that, Deadbeat Holiday, or something from Trey. I would say something like Amanda, or Walk Away, something like that. But I think Jackass is probably the most underrated Green Day song. It's so fun. It's so good. It's a great song. And it's probably one of the songs I come back to just because it's so good. I think Waiting from Warning is probably one of the most underrated singles that they ever released. In fact, I think it is the most underrated single that they ever released as a band. And it was on International Super Hits, but I don't think it was on God's Favorite Band. It should have been. Jackass is such a fun song. Some of my lyrics are in my Twitter bio for a bit, and I love it. What's it like? Everybody likes a joke, but no one likes a fool. And you're always writing the same old lines again. Wait, so well, we rehearsed on every verse, and that was stated clear. But no one understands your verity. And it goes into the sax. The sax solo was what really stood out to me, though, because you wouldn't expect something like that to be in the Green Day song. But then again, it's Warning, so, I mean, kind of expect experimentation. 2020, despite the pandemic, has been a great year. Yeah, I mean, it really has. Amends. Ozzy's new album. Freaking Joji's coming out with a new album. Pearl Jam's new album. Smashing Pumpkins may be coming out with a new album. I don't know. Shiny Oh So Bright Volume 2. We got like a snippet of audio in a teaser, so I'm hoping new album. But Pearl Jam's Gigaton. I think there was one more that we got that's like slipping my mind, but I don't know. I'm forgetting. Oh. Father of All, I guess. Put that in there. But I mean, that was a big release for me, but it's not a good album. Also, the anniversary reissues. Releases, yeah. There's been a lot of good anniversary releases this year. Yeah, definitely a lot of good releases. I mean, I should know. I'm really hoping for Plastic Ono Band 50, because that's my favorite album of all time, and I'm really hoping for that. They announced the book. Epic Saxo, just like whatever gets you through the night. It's alright. It's alright. Walls and Bridges is such a great album. I came back to that recently, and I absolutely loved it. I've loved it. I've always loved it, but I love it even more. But yeah, I'm hoping for Plastic Ono Band 50 because they announced the book and they teased 50th anniversary box set, and they pinned a comment that asked for it. Church on Sunday. I love that song. If I promise go to church on Sunday, will you go with me on Friday night? I love that song. If they did Imagine, so I'm starting doing Plastic Ono Band. It's kind of weird though that they did Imagine in 2018. I have the vinyl on the CD box, so I obviously loved it, and the remaster was great. But it's kind of weird they did it in 2018. I think it was just Yoko wanting money, but whatever. This makes sense though for Plastic Ono Band. Although it is getting announced really early since the anniversary is in December. But maybe it's because the death date and they don't want to release it during that. I don't know. But that's my favorite album of all time. Plastic Ono Band changed my life, as you guys know. So I'm really hoping that they do a re-release of it and the box set. And the demos, if there's demos of stuff like Mother and Love and God and just any song from that Isolation, I would cry. I would cry. I love that album so much. They did tease the box set. They pinned the comment from someone that asked for a box set. They asked if there was like going to be teased or whatever. They asked for something along the lines of that, and they pinned it. So gives me hope. It gives me hope, and I hope because they announced the book, and I'm probably gonna get the book too. If it's John Lennon and it has the word Plastic Ono Band attached to it, I don't care if it's the band. I'll buy Live Peace in Toronto. But if it's a box set of my favorite album of all time with extra bonus tracks, I'm getting every release. I am buying that. My favorite album of all time, I have to buy it. That's my rant. Kanye's Lift Herself to be sung at a church by the choir. I'm pretty sure a few of Kanye's albums are in this book. I think 2 of them, 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and Yeezus are in here. So I'm definitely going to be hearing those. When I'm alone, I play Michael, Prince, Queen, and Green Day at full volume. This is my playlist, which is mostly just a lot of rock music. So, I mean, yeah. I blast music even when people are home. I don't care. But yeah. But yeah, I just keep on rambling on. But yeah, I play a lot of Smashing Pumpkins. Smashing Pumpkins, I already said, but they're like my favorite band right now, and probably of all time. I love them a lot. And Siamese Dream is my second favorite album of all time. You need to listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, such a bop. I will definitely be hearing it. In fact, I think I might listen to it because I've heard it's a really good album and like one of the best albums of the 2000s. I've heard it's really good, so I think I should definitely hear it. I think it's essential listening. At least that's what I've heard. I've heard it's an essential album. And I've heard it's really good. So again, I mean, I don't take it like with a grain of salt because I appreciate all genres of music and I would definitely be interested in hearing it. Listen to it with me, bro. I will if my phone is charged. Box set includes Give Peace a Chance by any chance if it includes stuff from Live Peace in Toronto. I mean, I think that might include stuff from that. I mean, that is more like pre-Plastic Ono Band, but I think if they were to do that, they would probably include stuff like before the album came out. That's just my 2 cents on it. I think that they would include that. I think that would just make more sense because they wouldn't release that stuff anyway. We got Power to the People and I think Instant Karma remasters and stuff like that on the Imagine box. So I think we probably get something along the lines of that. Like Give Peace a Chance. And Cold Turkey, maybe, for, the box set. Yoko should because it's more epic. Yeah. I think, yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for it. If I could plan the whole thing out, I would. They should call me. if they wanted to get a definitive version from a fan, call me. They'd get like 10 versions of God. But, whatever. It's my favorite album of all time. Love that. I love that album to death. I love it so much. And I love Siamese Dream too. Siamese Dream is my second favorite album of all time. Love that album. I mean, because I guess from a musical standpoint, I like Siamese Dream more, but I don't think anything will ever top Plastic Ono Band just because the sentimental meaning for me to that album is so strong, and I don't think it'll ever be broken. It's just that album changed my life. The songs are amazing. Has my favorite song of all time on it. And just oh my god, I love that album to death. I don't think that album will ever be topped, ever, just ever. But yeah, see, look, there it is. Oh, it's kind of hard to show you, but there it is, my beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's long. It's like an hour. And a full acoustic demo of Cold Turkey. Yeah, I think we would get Power to the People and Cold Turkey on there. Well, no, not Power. Wait, no, not Power to the People because that was already on Imagine. Give Peace a Chance and Cold Turkey. I think would be on the box set. But that's just my 2 cents. Because we did get a lot of other songs like something with Oz. I don't remember. I only heard it like twice. I didn't care for it. But a lot of the stuff we got like that on Imagine. So I think we would get something like that for Plastic Ono Band. I think that would probably be plausible. I think that we definitely get something like that for Plastic Ono Band. That's just my 2 cents on it though. Because, I was around for that. Obviously, everyone was because, I'm saying that like it was like a long time ago. It was only like a year ago, but I love Imagine. It's in my top 10, 15, probably 15 favorite albums. And I was really excited for that, and I think they would probably do something similar with the demos and, the years for Plastic Ono Band. Ah! See, I'm probably going to end this at about an hour because I am pretty hungry and I want food. So I'm going to keep going for like an hour, for like 8 more minutes. Dark Twisted Fantasy is a great listen when it comes to your first rap. Yeah, I probably think so too. I mean, I haven't gotten into rap music. See, that's the thing. I do want to expand music and get into like every genre. So that'd be cool. I think that'd be pretty cool to hear that album. Also, been listening to a lot of Nimrod. All the time is such a fun song. Yeah, Nimrod is in my top 3 favorite Green Day. Probably my second favorite album behind 21st Century Breakdown. All the time is really good. My favorite song is probably either Uptight. I love Uptight. Either Uptight, Prosthetic Head, or Hitchin' a Ride. Those are probably my favorites from the album. Oh, Scattered. Scattered's probably one of my favorites too. If you're hungry and you don't eat, you either starve. You will starve. Either starve. If not, then you will surely become hangry. Yeah. Uptight is one of the most underrated songs from Green Day, and it's one of my favorites. I've always loved Uptight. It's really, and it fades into Last Ride In, which is also a really good song, really cool instrumental. But yeah, I love Uptight. Uptight's really underrated. I think a lot of people should know about it. And that's not to say the singles on Nimrod aren't good, because stuff like Good Riddance and Nice Guys Finish. I don't know if Nice Guys Finish Last was a single, but whatever. Hitchin' a Ride and Good Riddance, and I think those are the only singles. I think, because yeah. Hashinka is really good. The 1-2 punch of Jinx and Hashinka is one of the best on the album. And the Grouch is really fun. It's a not serious song. It's really good. I love the Grouch. But yeah, Scattered is I think it's one of the best Green Day songs ever, in my opinion. I think it's overall just a really good song. So there's that. But yeah, I love Nimrod. I think that in terms of Green Day's discography, I think it's one of the best. And I think that Dookie is really overrated. See, this is the thing with Dookie. A lot of people say it's their best album just because it's their most popular album. And I would say from like tracks 1 through 8, from Burnout to She, probably the most consistent, other than American Idiot, that Green Day has ever been. And then I think from like Sassafras Roots to the end of the album, it's just kind of like, the consistency kind of dips a little bit. Not quality of music, but the consistency of the record as it like flows. Listen to Platypus and Ha Ha You're Dead back to back. Some of the best decisions I've ever made. Yeah, they're very similar songs in terms of subject matter, so that definitely makes sense. But yeah, I think from like tracks 1 through 8, Burnout through She is probably one of the most cohesive works that Green Day's ever made. And I think everything after that is just kind of hit and miss when it comes to consistency. Music-wise, it's good, but I guess from a consistent standpoint in terms of music, no. It's really inconsistent, and it's not that great. But the beginning part of Doogie from like, yeah. Burnout, Having a Blast, Chump, Longview, Welcome to Paradise, Pulling Teeth, Basket Case, and She, in that order, from first to beginning to end. There. is really consistent, but everything else is kind of you know, in terms of consistency. But American Idiot is consistent front to back. I would say 21st Century Breakdown is too. Revolution Radio is kind of iffy on consistency. A lot of their early albums are really iffy on consistency, which is why a miracle that Dookie came out as consistent as it is, because a lot of their early albums kind of blend together and they kind of mesh together, especially Insomniac and stuff like 39 Smooth. But yeah, I think as they got later in their career, they don't have a lot of like perfect consistent albums. I would say stuff like Dookie, Nimrod, American Idiot, 21st Century Breakdown, and Revolution Radio. Probably the best in terms of consistency. But everything else you can just kind of take and leave when it comes to consistency on albums. I'm not saying that Insomniac is bad. I love Insomniac. Panic Song is one of my favorite Green Day songs ever, and so is Babs Uvula Who. But it's not consistent. I guess it's too consistent because every song sounds really similar. I guess when people say that all Green Day sounds the same, the album that they're probably referring to is Insomniac. Brain Stew is a good change in pace, and I would say Panic Song is too. And I love a lot of songs on that album. 86 is really good. Babs Uvula Who is really good. No Pride, Geek Stink Breath, Brat, and the closer, Walking Contradiction is really good. So yeah, I would say that in terms of songs, it's really good. Consistency-wise, it's not that good. But I think Green Day was what got me into rock music. It's what got me into like bands and stuff like that. So I respect them for that. And I think it's a band that a lot of people get into music like that with. But Nimrod's my favorite. Yeah. Yes, Nicholas. Yes, Nicholas. I love you. Yeah, Nimrod is a really good album. It's probably tied. Either it's my favorite or my second favorite in terms of top. But it's 21st Century Breakdown is I've always loved. But I think Nimrod's probably at the top. Either that or 21st Century Breakdown. See, it kind of differs for me. I would say probably 21st Century Breakdown is probably number 2, probably. Warning's good. I've seen a lot of people come back to Warning and say that they really, really love Warning. And it's not one I come back to all the time, but when I do come back to the songs, stuff like Jackass, Deadbeat Holiday, Church on Sunday, Castaway. Yeah, folksy. And there's a lot of folk elements and stuff on Nimrod, which is also really cool. It's kind of like the Nimrod's kind of what brings us into the later period of the band, but Warning is really folksy and has a lot of different elements. Misery is one of the best choices that Green Day ever made. Misery is a really great song, and it definitely delves into the story aspect of Billy Joe's songwriting. And I think that definitely translated into the songwriting on American Idiot. It definitely foreshadowed what was to come. And yeah, Warning is really underrated. Well, I wouldn't say it's too underrated now. I would say maybe Revolution Radio or Trey are really underrated. But, I don't know, Warning is kind of just like, to the general public, it's underrated. But to the fan base, it's been called overrated so many times now. It's just gotten to a point where it's not anymore, It's like everyone's saying that Invincible is underrated. And I guess they kind of just say that because it sold 16 million copies, and every single other one of Michael's albums sold like over 40 million. But, I mean, Invincible, I love Invincible. I know it's not that great in terms of consistency, but I love every song on that album, or at least like every song on that album. And I get why people say it's underrated, but it's been called underrated so many times, it's not underrated anymore. And it's just kind of lost all meaning. I've heard people say that with Maladroit by Weezer, too. Everyone says that that's really underrated, and they've said it so much to the point where it's not anymore. I'm trying to think of one more album. I guess Gish by the Smashing Pumpkins, even though that wasn't really underrated in the first place, it was a really successful debut on an independent label. Invincible kind of bores me. I get that, but I love it. I mean, it's not the greatest album in the world. I wouldn't say that I hate it because I don't at all, and I love most of the songs. Heaven Can Wait, Whatever Happens are probably the songs that I would probably skip, but Invincible was Michael's worst other than Blood on the Dance Floor. Yeah, it is. I would say it's probably his worst studio album. That's not to say it's not good. It's kind of have a different opinion. I loved it when I first heard it, and I still do feel that way a lot. I still really love pretty much everything Michael did, but I think I understand where people come from when they say it's their least favorite, or that it's kind of bland and boring in some parts. I guess the ending, because there's a lot of ballads, it's really ballad heavy, and I guess that just kind of bores people. Your opinion on the song Nightlife, I think it's kind of nice. I like Mike's bass group, the whole thing. I hate it. Yeah, I hate Nightlife. I mean, what is there to like about it other than Mike's bass? Mike carries that song. Mike carries the living heck out of Nightlife, because that song is probably the worst Green Day song ever in terms of quality. It's not my least favorite. It's in my bottom 10 because I hate Fuck Time. It's so hilariously bad. It's terrible. Fuck Time is a horrible song. There's a lot of really bad songs on those, but Nightlife is probably the worst Green Day song quality-wise. It's really bad because Billy's vocals are really bad on it. They're really weird. Lady Cobra takes up the whole song. The bass is the only good part. It's the only good part of that song. Mike Dirnt carries that song. He really does. His bass work is great on that song, and it carries the whole thing. But it's really bad. It's really bad. The only album from the trilogy I really come back to anyway is Uno. So, I mean, Dose is good. Most of the songs I like: Make Out Party, I like Make Out Party, Straight Heart, Lazy Bones, Wow That's Loud, Amy, and Lady Cobra, and this probably. Yeah, those are the songs I really like, and the rest are just kind of hit and miss or bad. Wild One, a lot of people say they like Wild One, and I've never liked it that much. I mean, you can kind of take that or leave that too. I like it a lot in certain times, and then sometimes when it's like not good. Yeah, it's just my 2 cents. Trilogy, I get the hate. It all sounds the same, but again, isn't that kind of the point? It's kind of like a trilogy of albums. I mean, I guess it's kind of boring. Let's be real. It's kind of boring. They could have experimented more. I guess the sound they were going for was like a back to basics kind of early Green Day. Like, we're back to the punk rock roots, and it just sounds like a great value Green Day. The guitars all sound the same. Billy's vocals are not as good as they were, and as vibrant and unique as they were on stuff like Insomniac and Dookie. It's just not a great idea. I get having it all in one album, but like Melancholy and Infinite Sadness, or All Things Must Pass, or Emancipation, but it's all 3 months apart. It's all really bloated, and there's a lot of really bad songs. I've never hated it. I don't think I could ever say that I hate the trilogy, just because I have a soft spot for Uno and stuff like Let Yourself Go and Kill the DJ and No Love, but it's not good, and I know it's not good. I just can't bring myself to say that I hate it, because I really don't. It's just there's a lot of bad songs. I don't come back to it. They're probably my least liked Green Day albums. But yeah, a lot of people said they hate Revolution Radio too, which I don't get, because that album is amazing and I love that album and it's really good, and I just don't get that. But yeah, I would probably rank the trilogy albums over Father of All quality rise because they're better. But yeah. To be honest, I'd probably put 39 Smooth in my top 5 or 4 albums by Green Day. I love the album so much, including the EPs. They're great. I've been on live for an hour and 5 minutes. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, I'll answer a few more questions. I'll talk about a few more things, and then I'll head out. So yeah, this was a great stream. I'm surprised that people actually tuned in to this. I really am. We had 11 viewers at one point, which is kind of crazy. So thank y'all. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that a lot. But yeah, if you guys have anything else you want to ask me about videos or music or whatever, just hit me up with them now. I'll be gone in 5 or 10 minutes. Out there in the silence, I'll be gone. I'll be gone. When the night's so loud, no way. Out there in the silence, I'll be gone. Huh. Now I'm just singing. It's really bad. What do you think of Cosmic Day by Prince? I've never heard that. See, I haven't heard the majority of Prince's discography because it is really long. I've heard like everything from For You to Chaos and Disorder. So yeah, unless Cosmic Day is on one of those albums and I don't remember it, but I've heard everything from For You to Chaos and Disorder. And I've heard a few select albums from the other things like Emancipation, Hit and Run Phase 1 and 2, and Lotus Flower. But that's about it. Haven't heard a lot of it. And Musicology. Yes, I haven't heard a lot of it. Sign of the Times Deluxe. Oh, so is it one of the newer songs? Either that or it's a leak. I haven't heard any of the new Sign of the Times Deluxe stuff. Because I want to kind of save it, you know? I didn't listen to any of the singles from like 99 when that came out. I just kind of waited until the full thing so I could get the full experience. So I'm definitely going to wait until Sign of the Times reissue comes out so I can listen to it and get the full experience. And it's definitely better for me that way. And there's a lot of music. There's a whole lot more music on that than there was on the Purple Rain and 1999 reissues. So it's gonna be a really long listen. But I've listened to Melancholy and Emancipation all the way through in one sitting before, so I think I can do it with this, and I'll try to retain it. Yeah. So yeah, I think I might end it here. Unless there's someone else who wants to ask something or do that. When the lights all gone, ain't looking no light out there in the silence, I'll be gone. Alright, I'm probably gonna head out. Yeah, I'm gonna head out now. Thank y'all for watching this. Surprised y'all did. First time probably in a long time you guys have seen me without a hat. So that's cool. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming, enjoying the musical talks and experiences here over on the Smooth Criminal YouTube channel. Peace. See you later. Have a good day. All right, you have a good day too. It's night for me, but if it's daytime for you, then have a good day. Yeah. I don't know why I'm holding my capo. Winky face. Winky face. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.